Hey friends, my name is Asankar, and those who are new to this channel, consider subscribing because I'll be teaching you some cool things that you can do with me at home. This weekend, I'll be teaching you how to fix an additional horn to your vehicle. Now, most of the vehicle will have one horn coming with their vehicle, but for most of us, that horn is not loud enough for day-to-day use. So what we usually do is we add an additional horn. It is pretty much easy and straightforward. You get an additional wire from the stock horn and fix the second horn to it. But for me, I have already upgraded my horns to horn setups, which is high and low. But that is okay, but I need something little bit extra from my vehicle. This week, I'll be teaching you how to fix 4 horns to your vehicle. Now, this might not be legal in your district, but check your regular laws before you do this upgrade to your vehicle. These 2 horns is the additional horn that I will be fixing to my vehicle, and this horn came with the mounting bracket and some zip ties. So I'll be using some extra zip ties for my work, and you'll be needing some additional tools to remove your bumper, because for some models you need to take off the bumper in order for you to fix additional horns. And since you are working with electricity, it's a good idea to use a multimeter for this. And along with the multimeter, the insulin tape and scissors will go along with it. This is a wiring loom for your horn. Now this wiring loom is pretty much straightforward. You have the relay. Now a relay, what it does is, these 2 wires take a signal from the original stock horn and will activate these horns connected to this relay. Now if you do not know how to wire a relay, this is a very good option for you. You can buy this wiring loom straight off an online website and connect it to your vehicle. Now these 2 connectors will connect to your original stock horn, and these 2 wires will be fixed to the additional horn that you will be fixing, which means to these 2 terminals these wires will be connecting. Since we have 2 horns, one connector will connect to one terminal, and my horns are not polarity sensitive, which means you can switch plus minus, but they will still work. And this wiring loom came with the negative wire for your additional horns. Now these 2 connectors will be connecting to your horn, and this is the common ground for your horn setup. Since you are taking a power from the battery from your vehicle, this wiring loom, it is coming with the fuse. So in the future, if you short something out, and if this wire cannot handle the load that you are pulling out of this wire, this fuse will blow and prevent a fire. For most of us, this wiring loom will do the job, but for me, I need the original horn switch which is in the steering wheel. If I horn it, it will only use horn that is already fixed to my vehicle. Now I'll be fixing the secondary switch in the dashboard. If I switch that on and horn, this will activate all 4 horns. Since I told you these 2 wires will take a signal from the original horn in order for this to activate the secondary horns. So I'll be cutting one of these wires and connecting the additional switch from the dashboard to it. So the switch from the dashboard should be on, and if I use stock horn switch which is mounted in the steering wheel, then only it will activate all 4 horns together. Now this is a step that is going to be vary from each make and model. So you need to take off the bumper. Now I have fixed some additional lights to my vehicle, so I'll be removing that first. After some time, I remove the bumper of this vehicle. Now here you can see the stock horns, and this is the additional wire that I told you earlier, that this model only came with one horn, and I have connected secondary horn using the same existing wire harness. Now you need to figure a place where you are going to mount the relay and wire the relay to the battery itself. Now here I see a spot where I can use this bolt to fix the relay, and that is out of the water's way as well. Now I need to figure a way to get this red color wire down to the battery. So I'll be using the stock horn wiring loom to route this wire to the battery. Now if I remove the red color terminal from the battery, it's going to switch on electronics in my vehicle. That way I'll be losing most of the setup settings. So I won't be removing the terminal completely from the battery. What I'll be doing is I'll be losing this bolt and fixing the new wire to this. Now if you are using this method, be extremely careful, because your vehicle will still have the 12 volt running in the system. Now the ideal way of inserting this wire and then routing through the engine bay, because there is going to be a lot of heat. Now since my original wire is already going behind this firewall and there's not much of heat, I'll be just taking this wire and doing it. Right, since I already confirmed that the length of this wire is long enough for me to reach the battery, now what I'll be doing is I'll be putting zip ties along the way so that this wire won't be moving.
Okay friends, after some time I managed to fix the two horns to the vehicle. Here you can see the blue color wire is the positive wire and the black color wire is the negative wire. Both negative wires is connected to one bowl since they are using a common ground. And now I need to zip tie these wires to make it neat. Right friends, now it's time to put back everything together and fix the bumper. After that, we'll listen to the two sounds from the two horns. First one is the stock horn, which was already there in my vehicle. The second sound clip is from the new horn that we just fixed to the vehicle.